Gonna happen. Yes, people. What's going on in Seagull Talks Football? We are back again with another video. Today we are here dunking on Spurs head top after they just lost the Super Cup final after being 2-0 up to a PSG side that has not even had a single preseason game since playing Chelsea. Also, what else we got to talk about today? We're going to be doing the actual Premier League predictions, talking about top four, talking a little bit about some other stuff like who's going to be the signing of the season, top goal scorer, flop of the season, most improved, players to watch. We're just going to be checking off boxes today, just before the Premier League season gets started. And I got a wonderful panel for you guys, a little bit different than the normal panel. We got Joey in the building, we got Ahmed in the building, and of course we got Rack in the house. Rack is like furniture now. He's the boy. He's one of the guys, right hand man in the house. But hope everyone's doing well. People saying, mate, you're shameless, mocking Tottenham when they got bigger European pedigree. Who gives a shit, bro? You lose a game 2-0 up, you're gonna get roasted. It doesn't matter if you have multiple league titles or not. If I see people from Reading making fun of Tottenham, I wouldn't be surprised. That was an embarrassing performance from PSG, and Tottenham somehow ended up losing at the end of the day. That was a horrific performance from PSG. And I went on the terrace afterwards to state that PSG did not have a preseason. PSG did not warm up. That was like a semi-pro going to Sunday League to go play some guys and be like, I'm not gonna warm up. I'm not gonna get ready. I'm not even gonna get changed. I'm just gonna play in my jeans and I'm gonna beat you. But hey, what are you guys saying? What do you think about the game? Did you guys watch it?
Yeah.
I honestly, when they were 2-0 up, I was rethinking life. Like I'm never gonna talk shit to these guys. These guys, we're Spurs.
But that's it's like I said, you knew it would have been long if Spurs had won. Everyone's coming for Arsenal, right?
Yeah,
everyone comes for
no
Arsenal
one cares
anyway.
about Spurs winning.
You just wanted one evening of peace and quiet, and then Spurs come and like win the Super Cup.
I honestly would never have forgiven PSG ever again. It's already bad enough that they let Chelsea win, but imagine if they would have what do you call it, done the same thing to Spurs. Oh my god.
They played well though. I thought Spurs
did a decent job. Well.
Bro, of course you're gonna play well when you're
moments, bro. And like one of them was a shot from outside the box, so like you don't really know how that's gonna end up going. And then like the other one is like, what is Cuti Romero doing? You defend your box, bro.
What was Tell doing for that penalty?
I mean, bro, the penalty wasn't as bad as like after you rewatched the penalty, it wasn't as far away as people say thought it was.
People just do. Sometimes penalties don't work out, right? Mm-hmm. You have some of the best penalty takers, they miss or they make mistakes or they overthink it or, they don't put it right in the corner. So I'm not going to blame a young kid as well. Like,
yeah.
Who do you blame more, Mickey or Tell? Because that was back-to-back penalty misses.
I don't blame anybody for penalties. Penalties is 50-50 in my opinion.
Like, so do you blame the manager?
Sometimes you get gotten penalties even with the best penalty that you've ever taken.
Do you blame the manager for not bearing the game?
Yeah, I think I think it's a little bit of everything in the end. It's like they didn't have a squad big enough to allow themselves to be able to compete for the entire game. Like the player, like the Archie Grays and the Bergvalls shouldn't be coming on to end games, like especially a game of like that magnitude. And you bringing them both on is just you're asking for trouble eventually. Like you are.
Should he gone defensive?
They did go defensive, but they arguably went a little bit too defensive. Mm-hmm. And even when they were breaking out, they weren't holding onto the ball or giving themselves a chance to go up. Yeah.
No, but I mean, should he have done what he done, or should he have gone more attacking? That's what I meant to say.
I don't really think that there's anything that Frank specifically did wrong. Like he managed the game the right way. Just mental errors at the end of the games. Like you have a man unmarked at the top of the box, just capable of shooting without any type of pressure. And then once again, like I said, what is Cuti Romero doing for that cross. Like, what is he doing? He's just letting man get in front of him. Like, what are you doing? Like, there was like your fullback gets beat and you don't track your man. Like that's 101 football 101. If your fullback gets beat, you should be tracking your man in the same distance area. Like, that's 101. Like, what are we doing? Like, seriously, like, you had the goal, congratulations, but who cares? What are you doing at the end of the game? You're the captain. Like, that's, to me, that's the biggest sign. Like, that just the biggest sign of it all. It's like the subs could have been better from Frank. Like, that's where I would put on Frank. But if you're talking about like what Spurs did, like, I think they did what they were supposed to, just mental errors in the end.
As well, like, even though PSG didn't have a game, I think their last game was on like the 14th of July. So it was a long time ago. But despite that, Tottenham, they've got a new manager in. He's been here for 2 minutes. He's still getting used to the players. He's still trying to do new ideas and try and see what the strengths of these players are. It's no Dragusin today, no Kulusevski, no James Maddison. So you can also no Udogie as well. So they had players out despite being more match ready than PSG. But the thing is like, I agree with what you said, Wab. Like, there's nothing that Frank could have done. It's just that even though PSG weren't looking great towards the end, like, it's the players' quality that just stood out, and they've got an amazing team, and they've got players that can do something out of nothing. So it's just the PSG have the know-how in it. They just got the know-how. Enrique's he's a treble-winning manager, and Tottenham, the fact that he himself, Frank, and Tottenham took PSG and Enrique 2 penalties is a testament to how good of a job Frank's done. So, and imagine if he gets more quality added, like the Savinhos, like the Ezes, like the extra midfielders. Bro, they're going to go up a level. And then with more consistency, with more match rhythm, with more ideas being implemented and him finally finding his formula, bro, Tottenham is going to be... I think if you're going to look at it in a results point of view, I can understand like they're gutted about the trophy because of Tottenham, but performance, I feel like there's more longevity with Tottenham. And they can take this. They can take this into the Premier League and actually look forward to how they're performing. Because, bro, like, they lost a lot of games last season. They lost a lot of games, and there was no adaptability. So with Frank, look what he did that job at Brentford. Wissa's goals went up, and Buemo's goals went up. He will improve the attack because he's got a track record of doing that. So I know they lost Tottenham. It's the history of Tottenham, but at the end of the day, they still won the Europa League, innit? So I think if they had to choose between the two, they'll take that Europa League any day. Do you get it? So, but yeah, man, that's my take on the thing. Like, Tottenham, I'm impressed, man. I was very impressed. I was very impressed.
Igawa does not want to hear this.
He doesn't want to hear it.
I don't think he's wrong, though. I don't think he's wrong. They outplayed them in the first half, up until the 80th minute. Then PSG turned it on. But I do think that is mostly down to the fact that some of their key players are not in there. Also, that they did not have a preseason. Tottenham were better prepared for this game. I think PSG kind of took them very lightly. And guess what? They took them lightly and they still won.
Okay, but still, you can go that far. You can go that way with it, in my opinion. But like, still, like, if you look at performance of the way that Tottenham played, if you could argue if they were a little bit deeper, they would have probably closed out that game. And the objective of this next 2.5 weeks for Tottenham at this point is to get deeper. Like, they're showing us that they are attempting to get deeper. So
I think ultimately the way they played as well, because I mean, a lot of people, especially last season, they were terrible. Spurs were so bad last season. And if this is some kind of barometer, obviously not a fully fit, fully firing PSG, but if this is something they still have quality. You saw it in glimpses, you saw it in moments, and they still had the determination to not lose. So maybe this gives them a bit of hope, not to win the Champions League. I don't think anyone else think that that's going to happen, but maybe they think, okay, maybe we're not going to be whipping boys. Maybe we can get through to the next stage or something like that. Who knows?
They'll compete.
You know what? Let's put this conversation on hold until Jay joins, because I don't want to spend the whole show speaking only about Spurs.
Sure.
When Jay joins, we'll speak about it. Someone in the comment section brought up Tony Adams' interview. If you guys haven't heard, Tony Adams kind of started mini civil war in the Arsenal fan base today, with what he said.
What did he say? I'd love to understand what he said. Yeah.
Okay, so what he said in the grand scheme of things, I'm going to play it for you, but then afterwards I'll explain to you what the civil war is about. So as you can already see, you can already kind of tell what the whole video is about. Look.
You're not going to win the league with Odegaard as captain. I'm sorry.
Are you a fan of Arteta?
Oh, I think he...
Let me just stop it there. You already can kind of tell. You can already kind of tell which way this video is headed. It's one of those.
Play a little bit more of it, Miguel. Play a little bit more of it.
I'm gonna play a little bit more. You guys can watch it.
Well, you gave us 9 seconds. Come on.
What? He's got a really big call to make this year, and for me, he hasn't done it. And the call is to make Declan Rice the captain. I think Declan is my kind of captain, and what it might do, it might free Odegaard up to play with a bit more freedom. Terry Venables did it. He took David Platt and he put me as captain. Glenn Hoddle took me out and put Alan Shearer, which was a silly decision. But every now and again, as a manager, you have to put someone that reflects you, that reflects the football club, that you think you can actually take it to the next level.
Does he reflect Arteta?
I think he's better than Arteta. I think he's a winner. I think he's an Arsenal leader in the dressing room, around the training camp. He's got standards, he's got principles. I think big managers go, right, actually, you're my man now.
Did you say, I think Rice is better than Arteta, he's a winner, as in Arteta's not a winner?
Well, I think, yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying he's got an opportunity this year to actually turn into a winner. 5 years now, 5 years. He got great success at the start with a very defensive team. He got everyone behind the ball, basically, and we nicked the FA Cup. So going on and winning leagues, to win league titles, you have to be a Klopp, you have to be a Ferguson, you have to lead by example, you have to be a winner, you have to go about your business, and that reflects in your captain. And by making Odegaard a captain is a reflection of Arteta, and I can really see that. And I'm seeing Declan Rice as a captain, but I'm saying to Arteta, come on, step up now. It's your time to be a winning manager and a fantastic manager, because you're not going to win the league with Odegaard as captain. I'm sorry. It's going to be a rotation job, and you're going to get the same mentality of sometimes him and that one to come out and that one to go in and that one. You know, you've got someone in there that's going to play every game all season, that's going to encourage people to come in and do this and do that and lay the foundations of a title-winning team. Declan Rice can do that. Odegaard can't. Come on, Arteta, make him captain.
Wait. Yeah. Can I just say something real quick? He's talking about. I can understand. I've said that Odegaard shouldn't be.
Arteta to strip Martin Odegaard of the captaincy and give it to Declan Rice.
Yeah. But my thing is like I've said that many a times. Odegaard shouldn't be captain. He was a lot better when you guys were more attacking. Like he was playing very well, and now you've become a lot more pragmatic. But my thing is like, where is the sample size of Declan Rice being this winner? What's he won?
West Ham at Europa Conference League with West Ham.
West Ham.
And that's it. Like, he ain't no winner like that. Like, he's talking about Declan Rice. I just think he's saying that because Tony Adams is English and Declan Rice is English. It's just an English bias.
I mean, I agree with you in a way, right? I agree with you in a way, but like at the same time, you can see more leadership qualities in Declan Rice, and he's already been a captain. He was a captain for West Ham at the same time. So it's not like there's no sample size, right? Like it's not like something of a zero sample size.
There are some indicators. There's some indicators,
and I don't think that he's like it's like a necessary thing of like you have to make him captain. I think part of it is letting Odegaard get a little bit of relief of being able to come off the pitch, because I feel like there's. When you have a captain, you have to play him every game, right? Like that's the player that you know that you're going to play every single game. And for right now, I think Odegaard needs that. I think he needs to be dropped in a few games, and somebody else who you know is going to perform at least at a 7 in every game, 6 or 7 every game, which Declan Rice can, even though we might not think he can get to 9s. And me and you are probably in the same boat and overall in the way that we think about him. But like this is with Declan, he's at least shown that he has the qualities to do it, right?
But what Ahmed is saying
is there every game.
But what Ahmed's saying is right in the sense that there is definitely an English element to it. Like these old school English footballers, they look at Declan Rice and they see something of themselves in them that they probably, especially Tony Adams more so than anybody else. He probably doesn't look at Martin Odegaard and say, you know what, I see some of myself in Martin Odegaard. If the guy in the Arsenal team who does reflect who Tony Adams is, is probably Declan Rice.
I'm just gonna say 3 parts. Number one, he's not wrong that Declan Rice is more of a traditional
It's an
leader.
opinion, right? It's an opinion. There's some things that there are arguments for it, and there are arguments against it.
No, but here's where he is wrong. You can't go and strip the captaincy from a player to start off the season to give it to somebody else just for the hell of it. Like it.
Yeah, but he's not saying he's not asking. He's obviously not doing it for the hell of it. He's saying that he thinks that will help Arsenal move to the next level. He's not saying let's just do it. Let's flip a coin and do it.
No, but I think that can cause more disruption in the dressing room.
But it also, but you got the flip side. It could relieve pressure off of Odegaard.
Yeah.
The flip side, it could be.
I
have to start Odegaard in every game. I can start in 1 year in a couple games.
But what about jumping Gabriel, who's second in command?
That's my thought, right? In my opinion, is like, why isn't he at least vice captain? Why isn't he at least second in command in this scenario?
Because he just walked in and there was already like a leadership group. But
like a hierarchy. I get it. But
I think does it really matter?
Made himself part of that hierarchy already. So
every single team that we've had in our lifetime that have won trophies have multiple leaders. Let's be honest. Jordan Henderson was Liverpool's captain when they won the Champions League and League before, but Van Dijk was just as integral as he is now, in my opinion. As a
I mean, Liverpool have got an example of it in Steven Gerrard. Sami Hyypiä was our captain, and Gerard Houllier came in, and I think the first seasons Hyypiä continued to be the captain, and then at some point he decided, you know what, long term the future of the club is going to be built around Steven Gerrard. Sammy, you're going to step aside. Maybe I don't know if I can't remember if he stayed, became vice captain or not. But basically, he said, "You take a step back. This guy is the epitome of Liverpool. I'm going to give you the captaincy." So there's precedence for it. It can work.
I mean, it's not exactly the same because there's still like an age. There's a big age gap between those two. Like where
I don't think there's never any exact comparison in world football. But
there's never any exact comparison with anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But in this situation, I just think there can be more negatives than positives by taking a captaincy away from a player and giving it to somebody else to start a season.
Ultimately, it depends on how the players take it, right? And the only people who know how they will take it, you would hope, who knows how to take it, is Arteta, and then the other people in the team, the teammates and the two guys themselves. It's just a talking point.
But that's where your management comes into play, in it, because like the only person that's going to know a player's personality is literally the manager. So it's about trying to making him understand and the reasons and actually displaying it, rather than just saying, "Okay, you're not my captain, bounce," because they might react in a certain way. I think if with Odegaard, if you sat with him and he was like, "Listen, this is my points, this is my pros, this is my cons." And then it just depends, in it. Like, as long as you're reasonable with it and you just communicate with it, then it'll be perfectly fine. I don't believe that if you gave it to Rice, even if he might show more leadership skills than an Odegaard, even if you give it to Rice, the way how Tony Adams is talking about it is like that's going to elevate Arsenal. Respectfully, being a captain for West Ham is completely different to being a captain for Arsenal. Arsenal is a much bigger club, more pressure as well. So I've seen Harry Maguire be captain for Man United. He was absolutely like he was pony before, but he turned even worse. Now he's no longer a captain and he's a squad guy. He's putting in competent watchable performances. So it not all the time. And do you get what I'm saying?
If it's not Rice and it's not Odegaard, who then?
You know something? We're having silly arguments over shirt numbers and captaincies and things that aren't even necessarily too big of deals to the actual games. I think people just want talking points, and I respect Tony Adams. He's a club legend. I don't think he's wrong in his grasp of what he's trying to say, but I just don't think it benefits the club to make that decision at this moment in time. But hey, that is my opinion. Some people, although I do agree, Declan Rice looks like the more traditional type of leader. Rah, gets people in check, yells at them during the game. We don't see that from Odegaard, but still, that's just how he chooses.
I mean, it's a bold decision. Let's just put it that way. Like, regardless on how you look at it, it's going to have to take a bold decision from somebody.
He's basically saying that's going to be the difference between Arsenal winning or losing.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But since we're talking about winning and losing, Jay's not here yet. Let's talk about who's going to win the Premier League. Or forget about that. Let's take a break. Relegation. What are we saying about relegation? Do you think the three clubs that came up are going to go down? Or do you think Brentford or somebody else pops in there this year?
So who are the three clubs that came in? So Sunderland, Burnley, and who else?
Let me pull it up for you.
This is
the list of clubs. So the clubs that came up, you have Sunderland, right? Relegation candidate. You have Leeds, relegation candidate, and Burnley.
Yeah, Sunderland, Leeds, and Burnley.
Leeds and Burnley are definitely going down.
Who else is in this conversation? I say Brentford.
Nah, I mean Brentford lost a lot in it, but not to that extent.
That's the thing. Brentford and Bournemouth. I just worry that they've lost a lot of players.
Bournemouth still have their backmen.
Bournemouth
still have their goal scorers. They just lost their defenders.
Yeah, but they lost 3 of their back 4, and their goalkeeper.
And their goalkeeper.
Yeah, Kirkes and
they got Chelsea's goalkeeper.
Yeah, but like I hear where you're coming from. I don't think Bournemouth is going to be in it because I do think think in the end, with Bournemouth, like they still have enough quality to win enough games to be a lower mid-table. Like I just like their attacking quality in Semenyo and Cliver.
Who else is in this group then, Joey?
Yeah, see, the thing that gives me confidence about Bournemouth and Brentford.
Yeah,
I think in general they recruit well and they're well-run clubs. So even though they're losing those players, I think the players they'll bring in, I would expect them to be of, if not the same level, then in or there or thereabouts.
Of
what
11,
about West Ham? Yeah. What about West Ham, boys?
I mean, West Ham could definitely be in that conversation.
Okay.
I still think they're lower to mid-table. I still think lower to mid-table is really where they're at.
Yeah. I think Sunderland with AFCON, it could hurt them. But I do think they've made a lot of strides to try to be the best out of the relegation, the promotion teams.
Yeah.
Like Burnley, I think they're going straight back down.
Correct.
And it's between Leeds and Sunderland to see who can actually
Leeds will go down. Isn't Falk their manager as well? Is it Falk?
Yeah.
Leeds are going down, bro. Leeds are going down.
So we need 2 out of these because everyone agrees Burnley's going down, right?
Yeah, I would say Leeds.
Didn't Burnley win the championship though? So in theory they should be the strongest. But Sunderland have bought a lot of players.
That
right?
doesn't necessarily translate. Though.
Sunderland and Leeds have had better transfer windows. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean Sunderland spent 150 million in this window.
I'm saying Leeds and what's his name? Sunderland.
I'm saying Brentford still.
Yeah, I'm saying
he lost their captain, their manager, and their top goal scorer.
But I still think they'll try and at least buy some players. They've got so much money. Ain't no way
they are buying some players. But I think that Sunderland has done more to allow themselves to stay up.
And Brentford, I think well, I'm going to use this phrase, even though Guy doesn't always like it. Pound for pound, I think Brentford and Brighton are the best run clubs in the league. So I have some faith in their recruitment.
Yeah, I'd put them there. Yeah,
okay.
That's what I'd put
What about
them.
West Ham? West Ham still have Jared Bowen. They still have a solid defense. I don't think
just where they are right now.
Yeah, that's basically there.
Okay, so the final team is going to be who? Bournemouth or Wolves?
No, not Wolves are worse than Wolves are way worse than Bournemouth. Nouri's not there. And Cunha's not there.
Cunha with?
No,
they've Johan Arias from I think he's from Lango or something like that. We played.
He does look good. At this moment in time, are we just gonna play it safe and go to 3 promoted teams?
I'm just gonna go for Sunderland, innit? Yeah, I'm just going for Sunderland.
I wouldn't put Bournemouth in there. I think they have too much attacking quality to go down.
Yeah, and they got a good manager.
If you want my honest opinion, I'd say Wolves. But I still think it's Brentford.
Okay, this is a democracy, so let's go. Everyone, say the last person. I'm going Brentford. Who are you guys going with?
I say Sunderland. I'm going to be boring.
All right.
Yeah, I was going to pick Wolves, so Sunderland it is.
Then the next topic of discussion is going to be we're gonna save the title winners for last. Let's go the teams just outside of the top 4. So we're talking everything but the title contenders. So let's take out So let's take out
Are we
last
saying
week's
top,
top four.
are we saying
Let's
top
take out-
4 or top 5? Because I'm
Let's
going to
let's take
assume that
let's take
top 5
Chelsea.
is going to be.
Let's take Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City out of this discussion. Let's try to do the rest of the league first. So, who do you think outside of these top 4 is going to be the next team up? Because I think 5th place is going to be Manchester United.
Nah, I'd love that, but I would put Tottenham ahead.
All right, what are you guys saying? Who's in 5th?
I've been impressed with United's recruitment, to be fair. If they get Baleba, I think.
I mean,
they're
that's
gonna
really
be
the question,
tricky.
right?
Yeah.
Do they get Baleba?
So is it Ruben? What are we saying?
I'm gonna put Newcastle 5th. So
Newcastle. Wow.
Mhm.
Even with the Isak situation.
yeah, because I don't necessarily think the Isak situations is this deterrent to their way that they're going to end up playing football. I still think they're going to end up with Nico Jackson and Wisa, and they're going to be fine.
Okay, so right now we have Tottenham, we have Newcastle, we have Manchester United in that mix of the next 3. So that is that. Where do Aston Villa go?
Aston Villa are a decent side with a good.
I think
good
they're right
manager.
there. They're right there with all those. That's the 4.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everton?
Oh, actually, I forgot them. They could get relegated as well. Everton.
No, but
Nah,
Everton
they've had a
has
great window.
invested, bro.
They have
Everton-
Who did they buy? Grealish.
Grealish.
They
I'm not
they
so
bought
sure.
Grealish, they bought another 2 attackers.
Grealish, man. What a downgrade, man. Like
Their
he
attack
fell
is
off,
going to
man.
be firing this year. I think.
Who's their attack? Calvert-Lewin. Who's their attack?
No, they
No,
have
he's
Barry.
gone. He's not.
They have,
He's
they
gone
have
to-
Kieran
Oh,
O'Barry,
Beto.
Villarreal, and they have that one that other Beto guy, right? There's a 2 strikers.
Yeah, that tall
Devin
Portuguese
Dye.
guy. Yeah.
Devin Dye. And then they've been trying to get another winger they're going to get another winger outside of Grealish. Like they're still going for
No,
another
that's
winger.
too high
Yeah,
though
they
for Everton. 8 to 12. That's way too high. I'd put them up. Bro, Bournemouth below Everton. No chance. I'd
What's
switch
Everton's transfer window? I thought it's been good.
Bro, they've bought someone who's drunk, man. Come on now. Bro, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, what about
Ahmed, it's
what
I like
about
Grealish.
from Villarreal?
Villarreal.
One second. They got Carlos, whatever his name
Alcaraz
is,
from
Flamengo.
Southampton.
Yeah, they
He
got
was on loan
Berry.
already.
Let me just show you. They got Berry from Villarreal.
Yep.
He's a striker. They got Drewsbury Hall from Chelsea, Carlos from Flamingo. They got a left back from Bayern. They got Mark
I like that Moroccan
Travers
kid, by
from
the way.
Bournemouth as a backup keeper. They got Jack Grealish. Neil Maupay still there on loan. What the hell? No, he's still there. He just came back.
oh, that's your favorite guy, Igal, isn't it?
He hates that club. He's gonna leave.
Nah, that's
Well-
Igal's guy, man.
Oh yeah, shit, that is mad.
I think.
Was he like
remember-
tweeting stuff about him or
Would
putting
you-
stuff on Instagram?
I don't know.
when they
I don't
lost?
know. Ahmed, I think that they could get like a 12th place finish this year. I think they could.
I think they get mid-table. I think they're solid.
Nah,
They've invested so heavily in the attack and midfield that it tells me that they believe in their defense. They don't forget, as much as people laugh about James Tarkowski, whatever his name is, he's one of the better defenders in the league.
I mean, they got the Moyes factor, right?
Yeah.
And
bro.
Moyes for his level, he's all right for his level. That's the only thing I'll say.
My internet
Yeah,
just
that's
caught.
what I
think
said.
I'm
I
over
think they could get a 10th to 12th place finish. I wouldn't be surprised if they're
Wow.
anywhere
All right.
Wow.
So right now we got
Hell.
the 3 relegation teams. We got the 3
Jeez.
relegation teams. We need the 4 teams below that. So what are we saying here? Who are the
So-
4
so-
teams here?
So basically, I'm putting
but the
Fulham
other-
there.
Fulham.
Yeah.
Okay.
there.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say Palace because of the fact that Eze and Gahey and these guys are all going.
Yeah, but they
Plus-
have
plus
replaced
they're in
this one,
Europe,
I'm sure.
Plus they're in Europe. They're gonna focus on the Conference League.
I hear that actually.
I can see them 13th.
Ain't no
Exactly.
way Palace below Everton. I don't know, man.
Everton don't have European
They're
football.
right about the same level.
Everton and Brentford don't have European football. Palace have European football. That makes a difference.
But I don't think Palace are close to a relegation level club.
No.
They,
I'm saying they're 13th.
Okay, sure. That I can hear it then.
So I would have Wolves bottom of this group. I would have Bournemouth next. I would have West Ham, then Palace.
Hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. That's
Sure.
totally. That's
All right.
fine.
Now, where do Brighton, Fulham, and Forest fit in? By the way, I think Forest have strengthened the best out of all the traditional top 6 teams. They've done the best strengthening.
Yeah, but they've also had the worst preseason.
No, their defensive record has been amazing. Just their goals have been poor.
So
They've lost every single game in preseason.
No, they drew a couple. No.
I think Forest are going to fall off. You know, I mean, they already fell. They already fell off. To be fair, I think they're going to get around.
I kind of hope they do a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Forest type, man.
Yeah, I think they're going to be finishing 12th or 13th. It's just in between there. I think they'll finish near Brentford and Everton, in it. That's where I think.
I think Forest are going to be solid. I think everyone's talking about their preseason so much, but they drew.
There's no way Brentford's this high, bro.
Yeah, but forget about preseason. Look how they fell off before, innit? Look how they fell off last season. They
I know, but I'm saying like where we have Brentford at this current moment, there's no way I'd put Palace under Brentford.
Okay, so let's flip them.
There's just no way. Like
the way you put in.
Let's flip them.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's flip them and let's put them here ahead behind West Ham.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Like, there's just no way I'm doing that. Like,
and I think those 3 teams basically are going to go alongside. I don't see any of them being as strong as United, Spurs, Newcastle, or Villa. So I think that all 3. I think all 3 of them go into that. Yeah, into that row.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, but you have it flipped.
What's the order?
I'd say probably Fulham at the bottom of that list.
I'd say Palace first, then Brighton, then Forest.
Yeah, then Then like I said, I'd say Everton at the end of the list. You have them flipped though, by the way. On the lower to mid, it's the opposite way. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's the order.
Wait,
20th.
No, I can't lie. I think I'm switching.
2019. So there we go. So that's how it goes, right? 20 to 18, 17 to 13, 12 to 8. Now, how are we going to do Manchester United, Aston Villa? Because one of these guys have to drop down, right?
Bro, I'd say
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 5.
One has to go up.
Sorry?
No, there's 5 there, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
No, because there's going to be one champion. Then there's going to be one going to go
4 other spots.
One is going to go up into the top 4.
Yep.
And then only 2 are going to stay here. One is going to drop down to 8th.
Yep.
Yeah. So move Tottenham to wait. I think this has confused me, mate. What's going on?
Who's out of Manchester United, Newcastle, and Aston Villa? Who's dropping down to 8?
But one second, you see
United.
But the lower mid section needs to have 5 teams. You got 13 to 17, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So one of them needs to go down. Yeah.
Fulham down.
No, but it has to go to the front of that list. Yeah.
So Fulham down. Where is it? Yeah, that's the front of the list, no?
No, the front of the list is the West Ham end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And now we're taking Aston Villa or Newcastle or Tottenham or Man United down to 8th. Everyone, what's their vote?
I think it'll end up being Villa, but either Villa or United, in my opinion.
My vote is Newcastle. Champions League football, Isak could be gone.
Oh, that's another good factor. I didn't even.
And they've had a terrible window. So I'm going 8th, Newcastle. What are you guys saying?
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I can hear it.
And then my case for Villa to finish 7th is Unai Emery's going to focus on the Europa League. He's not going to really care about league position.
I hear that, actually.
So I'm going to have Unai Emery's Aston Villa there. And now it's just between Tottenham and Man United who makes the leap. I think Man United having no European football separates them from Tottenham.
Nah, bro, we've got Amarim, bro. He's finished, man. He's finished, man. Ain't no way he's there, man. I was gonna say I'll shave my head off.
What if it's not Amarim? Let's say 10 games in, you sack the manager, and now you got a new manager.
Well, it depends who that new manager guy, innit? It depends who the new guy is, bro. I'm not trying to.
I know, but based off your squad, you would think.
Based off our squad, yeah, it's very much capable of getting top 5. Do you get what I'm saying? Very much capable. 100%.
But you do realize Spurs are going to be playing Champions League, and Manchester United, with the quality you have, you're only going to play one.
Well, that's it. The thing is, though, is like, all right, in my opinion, with Manchester United, it really is just a bit too early to really have this conversation, just because I think that it's going to really be based off who they get in midfield. If they don't get anybody in midfield, bro, they can be they're
still better than Spurs.
People are saying
10th.
like,
they're 10th.
No, but the thing is, people are saying we've got 1 game a week, but we play like we've played 60 games a week. That's the problem. Do you get it? That's the problem. Like, I'm not even trying to be
they could easily be 10th if they do not get a midfielder.
We've got a good team.
I'm assuming they get Baleba in this conversation.
All right, guys, we still got a bunch of other stuff to talk about. So what are we gonna do?
I'm putting Tottenham where United are.
What's your vote, Joey? Tottenham or Man United?
Yeah, I'll go Tottenham.
And then it doesn't really matter if we get the final vote.
Listen, I hope. I was going to say Man United there, but I hope I'm wrong.
Who's going to be 4th? Chelsea or Man City? I have Man City 4th.
I have City.
City 4th. Damn.
Yeah, I have City 4th because I just think the City have a lot of questions about their midfield, their defense.
I just don't know. I don't know. I think if City play to their potential, they could be right there. But
when's the last time you've seen them play to their potential, bro?
Exactly.
Why are we acting like it's been fucking? It's been less than a year. This guy's it's been more than 18 months since we've seen him play at their level, bro. 18 months.
Who do you guys have at 4th? Because I have City. Joey has City.
Chelsea are 4th.
Okay, what about you, Rack?
I was going to say Chelsea 4th, to be fair.
Okay, so what's the case for Chelsea to be 4th behind City?
Because City have a better team and a better manager.
City have a better team. Chelsea have a better midfield. Chelsea have a better
but they got Rodri as well. To be fair.
Rodri ain't Rodri no more, bro. What we doing here? When's the last time you see Rodri play football? I'll ask that again.
Is there a case to say Chelsea have a better defense also?
I think Colwill is going to be a massive miss.
Yeah,
I think when Chelsea had their strongest run at the end of last season, I think Colwill was instrumental. And I know people the other day were saying, I was on a stream with Mo, and people were saying like Jarell Hato can play there. And I'm like, Jarell Hato, he may be a good player, he may be a good fullback, but he hasn't played centre back for any time recently. And to ask him to come in and be a centre back for a top 5 team in the Premier League, and one of the biggest top 5 teams, or one of the top 5 teams anyway, regardless. I think is asking a lot. So
I agree with you, Rag, but I do think that he plays center back. He plays a lot of center back for Netherlands because they play in a 3, and like that's kind of the one thing I could say is like we do build up in a 3. So like realistically, he's playing left-sided center back while playing left back, really. So like I hear where you guys are coming from on that. I have a problem still with the center back spot. Like I don't believe in any of the players that we have passing ability enough to be able to play that spot outside of Levi. So like that's our big issue here. Like until
we'll put it on pause.
Like the most mistakes are gonna come from that spot from our team, in my opinion. Like,
we're gonna put this discussion on pause for a second. Jay's in the building. Let's hear his opinion on what happened in the game. Jay, you're messaging me during the game. I was telling the boys.
I was out.
You were so excited. You were believing you were going to do it.
I said, Igal. I did a show with Igal the other day. I said, Igal, clip it up. Where I said Spurs, I said clip it all up. I'm ready. To be fair, I think a lot of the logic that I said in the show was right. I said that Spurs are a terrible matchup for PSG. Like as in like matchups make games, and like having seen Villa and Chelsea and Arsenal against PSG, I thought we had a decent chance, especially with the fact they've just come back. Performance was good. Result, I mean, technically it's a draw and you lost on penalties, isn't it? But it just feels like we lost 3-2. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like we conceded 3 goals and they just did us. I feel the last 10 minutes was bad, really bad. Shows the substitute quality. But I also think it's a thing that Frank needs to improve and grow with. I remember when I watched Brentford a number of times when I was hate watching against, rivals. Brentford would give up late goals. Do you know what I mean? Whether it was against Arsenal, whether it's against Liverpool, but they concede late goals sometimes. So I do think the players were fucked, like as in they were so tired. Like really, really good performance. Frank did a quote just now, and he said that it was like a medical procedure where the surgery was a success, but the patient died. Which I thought was a successful operation, but the patient died. Do you know what I mean? As in, like, you did everything you could, but the patient still didn't make it.
I'm not sure about that analogy, but sure.
I actually love that quote. I'm not gonna front. That quote's
That's what I'm saying. It's a hard
fire.
Quote, I was like, yes.
Like I get the analogy so well, but like it's just such pain for you guys at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how.
No, but Jay, if this was Arsenal, you'd say, well, you just got to get it done. It doesn't matter that.
I mean, if in Arteta's very first game he played the Champions League winners and was the better side for 85 minutes and then threw it away to lose on penalties, I would probably mock you a little bit for throwing the game away, but I'd acknowledge, oh, right, actually, this team must be pretty good to be able to go like, and that's what I like is like, I'll take the mocking if it blinds people to what a good performance that was from Spurs today. Like how dangerous Spurs could be if they do get Savinho and Eze. Like, I don't mind. You guys can mock us, call us Spursy, bottlers. Cool. If you underestimate us going into games and stuff, I'll take the clowning. You know, so yeah, it's one of those.
What's up?
Finally, let's just hear from Deji before we. Sorry, what did I say, Deji? Dayo.
Deji, you know.
Sorry, I just jumped in, man. It's driving.
Dayo, what are you saying?
I'm explaining my point of view. Relax.
Yeah, I'm talking about today's game. Today's game, yo, dude, I watched the game, man. I actually tried to watch the game while I was at work today. I don't know how Tottenham collapsed in 10 minutes. I don't understand it because they played good football from the very beginning. Let's be real. They played good football. They did. So that collapse was it was shocking. Like, I didn't understand. I was like, there's no way. I don't attribute to these things of, oh, it's a Tottenham thing or Tottenham. As much as I don't like them, I'm just talking about the game. They played such good football against PSG in the first half, in the second half, and at the 70 minutes, 75-minute mark, I don't know if they're trying to defend. I just didn't understand what they're doing anymore. And I was like, what's going on here? Like, all it takes is just carry on what you've done for the last 75 minutes. Just do that for the next 15 minutes and you'll be okay. Even at 2-1, it was like, all right, calm down, relax, control the ball, keep the ball. No need to attack anymore. Just take your time. You have 5 minutes extra time. Keep passing the ball around. And if PSG does anything, press them like you press them in the first half. Press them like you press them in the first half. And yeah, I didn't understand that aspect of it, man. And honestly, I was just like, yo, but I could say something positive, which is what I saw them play in the first 75 minutes. If Thomas Frank can replicate that type of playing style on a consistent basis over 90 minutes, over the next 38 games, let's not fool ourselves. They're going to be very difficult to beat. They're going to be very difficult to beat this season. So, having said that, I still have to make fun of you now. You can't.
Enough about that. We still got a whole second part of the show to do. I don't think Jay deserves any more criticism. Fair play.
Well, listen, before we go, just the last little bit would be, I noticed it's interesting to see the positions that you're putting teams, and I noticed that some people are being knee-jerk because I feel like had people not seen Spurs today, I'm not sure you would have been putting Spurs as high.
No.
Where was you? We got Spurs 5th, yeah? I don't think that you guys were calling us 5th until you saw us play PSG today. And now you're like, oh, these guys are okay,
I had you originally as 7th.
7th, yeah. Keep us where you thought we were.
This is a democracy, bro.
But it's funny, Jay. It's funny you say that though, because I said that either you or Manchester United were going to come 5th. Like, I think one of you are going to be the dark horse this season. And I'm talking based off of last season's position. I'm not dissing the club. I'm saying based on last season's position, 15th and 16th and 15th or whatever it was. Like, you've never been that low in a very, very long time, right? So coming from that position and making the leap to like 5th place, making Champions League would be a big deal. That's like, outside Europa Cup, which is already getting to Champions League. That means you get Champions League again the following season. So I think either one of you is going to do it. I don't know why I feel that way because of the way you guys are recruiting, but I think either one of you will do it.
Shout out to the 150 people in the building. It's time for the question that everyone has been waiting for. Who will win the Premier League? And I just want everyone.
What phase is Arteta in?
One second. I just want everyone to try to keep it to your answer. So state the club you think that's going to win it, and give your brief answer. We don't need 6. 15-minute monologue.
I feel like you're directing this at me. I feel personally attacked in this.
Jay, if we mean to get through all the stuff that I want to get through, which is top scorer and best signing and all these things, we need to keep it short.
Okay. Fine, Gaffer.
So I'm just simply going to say I'm going to back my team Arsenal simply because I think we now have.
You do it every season.
No, I genuinely believe my team.
Play the clip from last year.
Hey, I think the difference is now you can say we've signed the striker that we've been looking for.
Was it the striker you were looking for, or was it the girl that was available?
The striker that you got.
Yeah,
he's literally.
You do know that most men, we don't marry the woman of our dreams.
Jay,
we marry the woman that's around when we need
one
her.
of the best goal scorers across Europe over the last 2 seasons.
So that means, by your logic, he's going to get a golden boot. Say less, man. Come on.
All right, let's see.
Don't get roped into outrageous claims.
Erling Haaland still exists. Mo Salah still exists. I'm not saying he will, but yeah. Dayo, you agree with me?
I'm the same with Cass.
I think that Arsenal will win the league this season, and they have to. They don't have an option, and I think they fixed the issues they had last season. The issues that plagued us. We have a striker now. We have a bit more squad depth, and if we can replicate what we've done in the last 2 seasons, which is concede the least amount of goals, if we can replicate that and probably double what we scored, not double the goals, but add a few more to what we scored last season, 69 goals, we need an extra 15 to 20 goals. If you get 85 goals and you can keep 35 and concede 35 like we did last season and not draw 14 games, I think we can. I think that's enough to get us over the league, just over the line.
As we've now gotten our 2 Arsenal votes, I just wanted to ask, anybody else have Arsenal?
The thing is, this is when it's like it's difficult to keep the answer short, because it's like logic in me says Liverpool are doing a lot. Yeah, they're doing a lot of disruptions to their team. Yeah. Is it going to go perfectly? I don't know. I'm not saying it's not, but I don't know that it is. Chelsea, it looks a little early. And without Colwell and a keeper, I'm not sure. But Arsenal, it's like, you guys have proven time and time again you can't get over the line. So it's like, if that's the only thing holding me back from saying that potentially you could do it, maybe deep down I do think you can do it. But the fact you don't get over the line, I don't think I can say it.
Jay,
how about this? 1 second. The last team to come in second 3 years in a row won the league.
You, Jacobs.
All those are not.
Doesn't matter. Make a difference.
Doesn't matter. That's not how life works. Life doesn't work like that.
That's what I'm saying. People acting like it's black and white. There's nuance.
But Jay, let me say something. Jay, let me say something that I agree with you on. I agree with you on one thing, right? Which is not being able to get it over the line the past few times, and that's because most people are like, Arteta has to win. Like, why would they say that if they don't believe he has what it takes to win? I think they do. They just don't want it to happen. But second thing I was going to say is this Arsenal squad, this particular squad now, there are no excuses. Coming second last season with no striker, no this, no that, no this. Every club has injuries, but coming second with that, with what he had, I don't see why he should have an excuse this season not to be able to get over the line, having everything you have now. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you played Mikel Merino in the last 10 games as your striker and midfielder, you played Mikel Merino against Real Madrid in the semi-final of a quarterfinal of the Champions League, and you were able to win with that, I don't see how you can't coach a team that has a Gyökeres as a striker to actually go on and win. You better do it. Like, you have no excuse at this point. You see what I'm saying? Like, so for me, that I think is what it is that I think will get them over the line. That
I
mentality.
think though you gotta kind of understand where we're coming from though. Like,
yeah, I totally understand. I agree with you. I'm just saying I
yeah.
agree with you guys 100%.
I haven't even heard your
just-
take, Joey. What is it?
I just like for me, I think it's gonna be Liverpool again, unless something miraculous happens. I think it would be us. But like, I do think it would be Liverpool in this sense of like everything, all world is perfect here. Just quality of squad.
You think it's basically Liverpool or Chelsea? There's no way City or Arsenal.
No, I think I think Chelsea has an outside chance. Like, I just think Chelsea has an outside chance. I think it's Liverpool specifically until Arsenal prove. Like, I need Arsenal. I'd rather see Arsenal prove it and show us. All right, we're gonna go get the Carabao first. All right, we're gonna grab this Carabao. Show us holding a trophy up in the sky. That means later in this season we could potentially be holding the bigger one up in the sky. Like, I would like to see one of those before you say, "Oh, we're going to just jump right into the Premier League." Because normally that doesn't happen that way. Like, normally you have a couple cups in between, and then you're lifting up the Premier League with the quality squad.
Yeah, it's not 2 + 2 = 4. Usually, it doesn't really matter. We say that for Leicester. Leicester hadn't won any cups.
Yeah, but why are you using the outlier? You see what it is?
I'll give you many. I'll give you a list.
That's an outlier.
I'll give you many examples.
Sure, go give it to me.
There's so many teams like that have come into the Premier League. I mean, the days of the Newcastles, the days of the Evertons, the Aston Villas. Like,
when did they win the league?
Again, hear what I'm saying. I'm just going by your logic, which is they have to win the little cups before they can lift the big ones. Some of these clubs did not win the little ones. They just went up and won the big one time, 2 times.
If I'm not mistaken,
it may be a long time.
Little ones.
I'm making
the big ones.
Yeah, the point I'm making is
yes, he did. He won. He got to finals at least.
No,
yeah,
club went straight to the Champions League.
We got to a Champions League final the year before we won it.
Yeah, we also got to Europa League final and you lost both.
Yeah, I mean that Europa League final that was a bit different because that was.
But like,
that wasn't even
I
his
guess,
team.
I guess it's just like.
But my point is,
I just find it understand. I find it tough to understand. One second, you guys wanted my point. I find it tough to understand why it's so difficult to grasp to grasp the feeling of winning and taking it forward into the league form. Like, I don't understand why that's so hard to grasp.
I know.
You get the feeling of winning and you go into the league and you continue with it. You have the quality of squad to do it. We're not talking about the Evertons. We're not talking about the Leicesters of the world. We're talking about Arsenal, who has a squad level to do
it's
the
not
Premier.
What I'm saying to you, JJ Joey, I'm saying that it's not binary though. You might go on and win the Carabao Cup. That feeling might be good, and you think you can carry on in the rest of the games of the season, and you fall off in the rest of the season. It's not binary.
But I'm not telling you it's binary. I'm telling you for everybody else to believe in you. For everybody else to believe in you, they have to see you do something along these lines.
I would love to argue every single point the same way, but at this point, we're going to be here till 2 a.m.
I know. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to explain this like
what's
this.
What's your prediction for?
My prediction, is going to be Man City, and the reasons why. Brief summary: Pep and Sheikh Mansour in it. That's it. That's yeah. Liverpool just seems a bit too. Liverpool's just just easy choice in it. Like,
let's be honest. You're a Man United fan. You don't want Arsenal.
You don't want Liverpool.
No. But the thing is,
don't want Liverpool to win it either.
If Arsenal win the Premier League, I will go.
City win it.
No. If I go now, bro, I don't like Man City, but if Arsenal win the league, I will give you like a high five in it. Like, congratulations! I'll congratulate you. That's it. I'll fly to wherever you're at, and I'll actually be like, you know what, respect. See, this is how it feels like to be at the top.
You can take a train. I live in the UK. Don't forget that. Rack, what are you saying?
But I don't think it's a given that Liverpool are going to win the league, but I think that we've strengthened with quality signings in some key areas, and I think that puts us in a really, really good, strong position to do so. I'm a bit concerned about our defense, but I think that more than defensive personnel, I think just it's more of a balancing of the team. And once Slot kind of balances the team and gets them attuned tactically, to make sure that we kind of close the door behind us when we're attacking as well. I think we'll be fine, and I think although we're bringing in a lot of new players, just seeing Wirtz play and seeing what he can bring to the team, I think having a player like him makes adaptation for some of the other newer players much easier, because I think he's really going to knit everything together. Little passes, the little flicks, the hard work that he puts in to close down as well. I think that's going to stand us in good stead. And I'm not 100% certain we're going to get Isaac, because stranger things have happened in football. But even if we don't get him, I think we're in a decent position. I think if we do get him, I think we will have too much firepower for everybody else. And we don't need to have the best defense, but we will have a good enough defense, and that will take us to the plus 45, plus 50 goal difference that we need to win the league.
Rax, can I ask you this question? Because Liverpool fans have been very sensitive this preseason about how the team's going to look next season. Like, almost like you can't possibly question. Like, me personally, I think you guys are doing too much. Yeah, like, I'm looking at what you're doing, and I'm like, this is too much. It could definitely work, but I'm like, just so much. Like, for example, Jota, Nunes, Diaz. I'm like, that's a lot. Like, in terms of that style of energy of forward, and then with Sobo moving out of midfield, I'm like saying, I want to see what you look like off the ball, because Wirtz is a good presser, but he's not Sobo off the ball. Do you know what I mean? He's like a Sobo first thought can be just to plug gaps.
You're on a nickname basis. Wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, I think Slot's a very good manager, and I think he's going to be able to come up with solutions. I'm just like, is there going to be any teething problems? This is probably one of the most open Premier Leagues I can remember in my life. Like, I can't call it. Personally, I can't call it. I think maybe that's me trying to say that I don't want to say Arsenal, but I'm just, even Liverpool, I'm like, they've done all this business, but I look at their squad and I'm like, if Ekitike goes down, they don't really have a striker. They
had no striker last season. Technically, they played Diaz and they still won the league.
They had Jota, Diaz, and Nunes.
Yeah, but Diaz wasn't really a striker. And Nunes, he's finished.
But Diaz played a good amount.
But again, what he's saying, you see, you're missing his point, and Jay is right. They at least had somebody who that's his natural position. Might not be the best guy there, but if Darwin Nunes,
they're gonna sign Isaac.
No.
But why? That's my point. Why are we doing the striker thing when we know?
Yeah, they're gonna sign Isaac. Let's not do that.
Well, hey, we're speaking right now.
Yeah, he's rejected the contract.
Hold on. Right now, listen. Hold on. Right now, as we're speaking,
I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, what we think or what I think or what I think doesn't matter right now, because guess what? As of today, as we're speaking right now, this live show you're doing, Isak is not a Liverpool player. So I can't speak to what Isak will do for Liverpool today. I can speak to what Liverpool has today. And if I'm saying this Liverpool team starts the season, just like what Jay said, that is where you lose on Ekitike as of today in injury.
I know, but don't you feel like all of us?
Just for the sake of time, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to move us on because I have a couple quick points that we need to touch on before we end the show. But
okay, are we finishing the top? Are we finishing the predictions?
We're finishing the predictions. Liverpool has been crowned the title holders at this moment.
The rest of the top five.
Winner.
Let's have a look at the top five. Where's the top five?
The top five is Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Spurs.
Also, like, do you think Liverpool like to be the hunted? Because when you're the hunted, it's different from when you're the hunter.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, they were the hunted all season last year, bro. They were.
But they were also hunting the title. It was technically different.
I'm gonna ask you guys questions, and I just want everyone to give me their answer and as quick as possible. First, who's gonna get the most goals in the league next season?
Haaland.
I think Haaland is gonna get it. I think Haaland.
Everyone's saying Haaland.
Yeah.
No one's saying Salah again.
No. So the thing about Salah is, I think I'm just looking at Salah's age, and can you replicate the exact same thing 2 seasons back to back? That's a very difficult thing to do for any player.
And also that was an all-timer season. Yeah, that season wasn't a norm. That's not a norm. I'm not like that's the norm, because that was a crazy season from Salah.
That's exactly what I'm.
You know what I mean? Like expecting like 10%, 15% regression
of that.
As a minimum.
He will
I
score.
think he'll get. I
get
would
goals in a
reckon
season.
probably about 30 GA.
How I feel
Yeah.
about it.
So you know, I can see maybe even a bit less, but the idea is obviously we have other players who can hopefully take the lead.
Yeah.
This super chat is for Joey. They're talking about Levi Colwell, bang average first half of the season. We were just 2 points up top. Perfect rotation, by the way, with Trevor, Tosin, Bento, Wesley, Archer, Aaron, and even Hato. We'll be okay.
Yeah. I just feel like we would. To me, I would rather just sell Trevor and get like a higher quality center back. That's just my personal opinion on the whole thing. And I don't think Trevor's done anything wrong to be sold. I just think that we do need a higher quality center back. Like that.
So similar to how easy that question was, the next question is, which new transfer will shine the best and be the best signing of the transfer window? I'm gonna my Arsenal bias is gonna say Zubamendi, but what do you guys say?
Nah.
João Pedro.
João Pedro's got a chance.
Yeah, I'll pick between two people. I'll pick Florian Wirtz and Zubamendi. Between those,
are we talking about players that has in terms of like
new players
they've been bought already?
No, because
signings that have been bought already.
I
think make the biggest impact.
I think the reason,
yeah, so it can't be like Marmoush. You can't pick like Marmoush.
The reason I'm not picking João Pedro, which I think he's also an amazing player, is because I know what he's like. We saw the talent before he came to Chelsea. See what I'm saying? Like we already saw like what this guy could become.
Not really. He only had like 8 or 9 goals, and 5 of them were penalties. And people
but he's playing in a worse team where right now
he's playing. Yeah,
what's his game? He was
so he's playing with proper players now, and his GA will naturally go up.
You know, there's some players that you look at, and you're just like.
I agree. I just think I feel like that's moving the goalpost. Like he's a new signing for a new team. He's gonna have the biggest impact. That's all I'm saying.
I'm talking about
literally all I'm saying.
He's a baller though. I've actually
remember.
I agree with you. Sorry, I'm saying that because he's been in the Prem before is why I'm not putting him in. I'm just picking players who have not been in the Prem and will make an impact.
The goalpost though.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not moving the goalpost. I'm saying
you are.
No, I'm saying that's my reason for not putting him in that.
That's
circle.
fine, but I'm telling you, you're moving the goalpost by doing that.
How? How have I moved the
goalpost?
Because new signing.
Question.
Okay, so
because he's already part of the Premier League, he's excluded.
So I'm talking about again. It's like me saying, what's his name that has gone to Tottenham? Kudus, right? Kudus is an amazing player. Now that he's gone to Tottenham with a good manager, he probably could be an amazing impact at Tottenham. But I'm not saying Kudus because
if he had the impact, if he had a high impact, he would be signing in the season.
No. So what I mean by that is I'm not calling players who have already played in the Premier League. I'm just selecting players who have come from the outside and who will make an impact is what I'm saying.
You know something though? That's not the rules. The rule is any new signing.
Them's not the rules.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it can't be Wirtz because in my head, what he'll need to do to show he's £160 million player, I don't think he can do that. Mm-hmm. He'd have to give me Bruno Fernandes's first season, for me to be saying.
I think
Palmer's first season.
The problem with Wirtz, in my opinion, is I think that Isak will outshine him. Like with Isak's big fee, if that ends up happening, that big fee, like I think he ends up outshining the aspect of what Wirtz is capable. I'm
saying Ekitike.
Wow.
No,
I love
it. But this is what it goes about Liverpool.
If Isak and Florian Wirtz are on the same team, Ekitike is not outshining them.
Where's Ekitike going to play? Left wing?
Ekitike is fundamentally a quality player.
He said make an impact. It's not about shining. Ekitike scores in every game that he plays in.
But you guys know, usually the player who has the best impact is also the player who's producing the most GA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ekitike happens to be the one. What can happen?
It's not about GA, bro. It's about performance.
It depends. Like if you're a defender,
you can get GA and be rubbish.
Unless you're a midfielder like Rodri or like Zubamendi.
I wouldn't say that. If Manchester United got Baleba, it could happen with Baleba.
Yeah, again, him saying Ekitike right now, honestly, as of today, again, I'm going to keep saying it until it happens. Listen, I said until it happens. Until Isak signs for Liverpool, I'm going to keep saying Ekitike could end up being their only striker and could have that impact.
Okay. So for now,
until
are we going João Pedro? Are we going Ekitike? Are we going? Who are we picking?
Oh, Pedro's quality as well. I don't know either of them to be Pedro.
I'm gonna say Kudos or João Pedro. I think the way Kudos is playing, I think there's a level from my point of view. My perception of the player already is a lot higher than it was when he was at West Ham. Like, I don't know, just because he's moved to a bigger club, it's just he's going to play Champions League football. He's going to play against better teams. He's going to have a higher level of exposure. João Pedro, what I've seen this guy is he's got anger management issues. This guy is too aggressive. The way he slaps that football, he needs therapy, bro.
There's something about him now. You just love to watch him play now.
Oh yeah,
he's one of those players you probably love having on your team.
Love watching him play. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'll go João Pedro or Kudos then. Yeah.
All right. Rack, you're the deciding vote. What are you saying?
I think Wirtz, because I see him as the guy who can link all of our new players together and be the oil that makes that engine purr.
Okay.
But
second?
I think, but the other person who also excites me to a similar degree, and I rated him before, but to see him going to Chelsea and just, sometimes when you see someone in a position and in a team, and all of a sudden it seems like it's just clicked straight away. It seems like it's clicked straight away with João Pedro.
Fair. So João Pedro,
both for them. Look, as with any new signing, time will tell.
João Pedro is signing in the summer, guys.
Rax, before you go, let me ask you this question: would you prefer to have got João Pedro over Ekitike?
I
we don't need to compare.
I tweeted last season. I really like the look of João Pedro. I think he could do a job for Liverpool, or words to that effect, basically. But I hadn't really watched Ekitike play, and I still haven't watched much of Ekitike play. So I don't want to say one way or the other. People who
They're both quite similar
people whose football opinions I respect, they rate Ekitike very highly, and so that's good enough for me.
I watched.
Is there any topic we can get through in under 15 minutes? The next one is actually, I don't think we're going to get through all of them, so I'm just going to save them for Sunday.
Keep going until you run out of time then.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is the flop of the season, and honestly, please don't give too much synopsis. Just tell me who it is. Rip the bandage. Who do you think?
Who flop of the season? Oh,
flop of the season. Which big money move will disappoint the most?
Is it one of United's
1 second? I just need
one of Man United's 3. One of them doesn't back.
This guy.
Who?
Out of Sesko, Cunha, and Buemo, one of them doesn't bang.
Yeah, I would say Sesko's the more likely one that wouldn't bang. The other two, I'm not too worried about like that.
I think.
I don't even know.
Can you say the last, because he's not going to be starting.
I'm just interested in Cunha. Because he shoots a lot. He's when you're in a smaller team like Wolves, you get away with a lot of stuff that you might not get away with at Man United.
I agree with this, by the way.
But you can say
then you got Bruno and Cunha in the same team.
But it also comes with the fact that if you're in a smaller team, you get away with a lot. You look a certain way, but you go to a better team with better facilities, better management. Like again, some of these small clubs, you have to realize, if you've watched a bunch of their documentaries, you'll see how like their changing rooms are very small, tight space. You get to a place where you're getting different health tips. You're doing, as a player, you could be stepping up as well.
But he was also at a big. It wasn't like Cunha wasn't
Atletico Madrid. He was at Atletico Madrid.
It didn't work at Atletico Madrid, did it?
Yeah.
I don't think he played that many games.
Well, they didn't give him a chance.
They play
Yeah, he was playing in a 2 as well.
Yeah, they play black magic football in that club now. You know.
Yeah, that club is horrible, by the way. For any player, that club is horrible.
Yeah, I'm not gonna discount that.
It's horrible.
They're not
Like,
gonna do that.
yeah, that's like
club
the enemy
is
to football.
nice, bro.
Okay, so for value for money, it either has to be one of the Manchester United guys or one of the Arsenal guys. I think
Value for money.
like because of the money spent.
So that means that you spend less to get more out of the player. That's value for money. So the
Are
people
we still talking about flop of the season? Are we talking about flop of the season?
Yeah.
flop of the season has to be somebody who's coming for big money.
That's someone who's bad value for money, right?
Yeah, bad value for
Basically,
money.
what you spend on the player determines how big of a flop.
Wait, who have Chelsea bought again on the wingers? Who did they buy? Gittins. How much did he cost?
I think
50 million.
Yeah,
That means you have to also
wasn't
put
it
that
like
away
towards
in that
50?
category.
Like 45, 50 now.
Yeah.
Imagine Garnacho comes in and and he's better than him.
Nah, Delap is only 30. Saying he's a flop, like, bro, it's not that deep.
No, but the thing is like Delap's profile is sufficient to call him a flop if he doesn't do well.
I think the answer is easy.
Sure.
It's either one of Cunha and Mbeumo if they don't bang because they banged 20
I think
goals
it's
last season.
Sesko. I think Sesko's the easy answer.
Or Sesko. And the other option is if Madueke is starting and he doesn't play.
Why? Hold on, Igal, why is your beloved Timu Batman not up for potentially?
Because I think if you say
he got a good price for him.
If you say Gyökeres is gonna flop, I think he's actually undervalued for the amount of money.
What you mean? Yeah, I think Gyökeres.
We paid 58 million pounds, right? No, listen, we paid 58 million pounds for Gyökeres, right? You know how much they paid for Ekitike?
Right.
You know how much they paid for Cunha?
We paid 85 million euros.
You know how much they paid?
No, I think the real question
85
is
million euros.
Wait.
I think Sesko and
65 million euros.
So that's what I'm saying. The Gyökeres price is not very far from what we even paid for Madueke. We paid 52 for Madueke and we paid 58 for
yeah, but then if you want to talk about value, Ekitike is 4 years younger than Gyökeres, right? So if you want to factor all these things in,
I get that.
I guess Sesko has that in his favor too.
I didn't hear everyone's answer.
That's why I was saying vis the money. I'm looking at the players that we've paid big money for this season, the clubs have paid big money for, and then I'm looking at what impact they can make, and I'll value that impact and then say, oh, this person. So it's the big money signing that I think would probably, for me, like if for some reason you get Isak and you have a Ekitike and then you go on not to win the league and Arsenal wins the league, then I would call both of them a flop. Literally with the verts at 100 like that. I mean, that's how I judge what a flop is. I'm saying based on the value of the money and the impact that you make.
But who's your answer? I'm confused.
So I'm looking at the big money player. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at
you're filibustering.
I said Sesko.
Oh, hold on. I called Sesko earlier. I called this price because you're not listening, Ligal. I said Sesko.
Did you guys hear him say Sesko?
I said Ekitike, 90 million. I said vis-a-vis Gyökeres, who we only paid 58 million for. These are the guys that I'm looking at. Those are the guys I'm looking at.
So who have you decided on?
Hold on. But the thing is, you don't get to double dip. Yeah, and what I mean by that is you don't get to say that Arsenal pulled off a really good deal in getting Gyökeres, a la you got him below the rate you should have got him for, and then use that lower valuation to then judge his performances. You're double dipping. No.
I'll judge his performance. If he doesn't score goals, I'll judge him. I'm saying that it's when you say flop.
Yeah, judge scoring goals for a 70 million pound striker, right?
Jay, when you say flop, the first thing that comes to my mind, my understanding, now I might be wrong, maybe it's just shallow thinking, is who did I pay big money for and didn't get value out of? Like that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like,
okay, how many goals? Answer me this quickly. How many goals would Gyökeres have to score in the Premier League for you to say he's flopped?
9.
How many goals will he have to score?
9.
Yeah, as in what would be the cutoff point for you to say he's flopped? If he got 11 Premier League goals,
he's flopped.
Would you call that a flop or not?
He's a flop. Listen, if Gyökeres does not score 20 goals, bare minimum, he's a flop to me.
In all competitions or Prem?
Huh?
all
In the
competitions
Prem,
or Prem?
in the Prem, 38 games.
No, but Deo, how many?
What are
You know,
you doing? What are
there
you
aren't many
doing?
players who score 20
That's
league
a
goals,
standard right there. I
especially in
like
debut
that
season.
standard.
I like that. Yeah, I like
He's
that.
not going to
I
keep
like
that standard all year.
Let me say this.
Now you can though, Egal. Now you
Egal.
can. Now you
Do you
can
know
keep
what
that
20
standard.
listen,
Egal was just trying to protect
You
himself
got
from
to
having
play
the
right
goals.
with 1 minute,
Egal's like,
1
what?
minute, 13
No,
seconds.
You
no,
got
no.
roped in. You got roped
Here's
in.
how I look at it.
You
1
got
hour,
roped
13
in.
minutes.
They
A
put a noose
striker.
around it.
Hold on.
And they
Here's
hung
what
you.
Egal.
That's
Here's
what
what I
it
look
is.
at it.
Hey,
Last,
Ray, put that
hold on.
for
I'll
me,
say
my
this real
guy.
quick.
I'll get it over to him.
Last season, but between August and December, Bukayo Saka created 12
I'm
big
not
chances.
involved.
12 big chances that nobody could put away, right?
Bro, Havertz is still going to play. He's not guaranteed
I'm
to
not
get
saying
20
listen to
league
what-
goals.
the question you asked me, I don't care who's playing. Look, my point is, even if you don't play all the games, dude, you're a top striker. If you cannot score 2 or 3 goals in games against smaller teams to rack up your number, I mean, I'm not saying
All right.
like
You know
can
what,
do that.
Dale? I'll leave you be. But the
When you
question
play
was,
Leeds,
who's gonna one second. The question was, who's going to flop?
Score a
The
hat trick.
question was,
You know what I'm
the
saying? Like,
question
rack
was
up
who's
your
going to
numbers.
flop. The question was who's going to flop. Yeah, I feel like it seems too difficult for everyone to say negative points. So let's go back to the positive.
I'm gonna
right?
say Sesko.
Hey, Ahmed, there you go.
Hey, I think Sesko is a learning curve, and maybe he will be a flop the first year.
Nah, I don't.
Yeah, listen, that gives me Hoyland PTSD, bro. That's why I'm saying it. You get me?
Okay, what's the most improved player? Because that is something I haven't heard a lot of people speak about.
Improved.
João Pedro.
Pedro, yeah.
Both most improved and new signing.
I guess you could say that.
I would say most improved will be Kudos because last season he wasn't great. So I think with him,
That's another shot there. Kudus is another shot.
yeah, Kudos will be the most improved because he's playing with better players now and he's going to cut.
I think Dorgu could be a good shout.
Yeah, and Kudus looked very good today. He looked
he
very
was amazing. He's quality, man.
He did very well.
Oof. I was like, man.
I'm thinking Man City, Phil Foden could be most improved.
But is it players that we bought though, or is it just players in general?
I'm just saying players who had really bad seasons.
Are you hoping that he's going to?
Can I ask you just this question really quickly? And I just randomly popped into my head. We got Kudos for 55 million, yeah? When you watch him today, were you thinking, were you thinking, we could have had this guy over Madueke?
Nah, I wasn't. Because at the end of the day,
Jay's evil. You know that Jay's evil. He's an evil guy.
I don't think like that about players right now.
Don't make me go. Don't ask where Egal thinks Arsenal's gonna finish. Don't ask Egal what he thinks of Tottenham, and don't ask Egal what he thought of Noni Madueke 1 month ago.
Let me say this. Let me tell you why I wouldn't have Kudus at Arsenal.
I still don't rate.
The only reason Kudus is amazing, but the only reason I will not have him at Arsenal is Saka is just marginally better than him, just marginally. Like Kudus can slot into that place and get Saka out of the place. My thing is,
what
if we didn't have a Saka?
Hey, Egal thinks Saka's Neymar, bro. I'm telling you.
Hold on, look at wingers in the Premier League.
Brother.
If you didn't have Saka, you would not.
Kudus is not in the same stratosphere as.
I am not saying he's in the same. Egal, will you listen when someone is talking? I didn't say the stratosphere. I said he's marginally better than him, but if you didn't have a Saka,
season's not even started and they're fighting already.
That's what I said, because I said Saka is better than you. What part of Saka is better than him did you miss? What part of that?
The marginal part I find disrespectful.
Do you know what I mean by marginal? Because look around you. Right? When I say marginal, it's also in performance, numbers, the kind of things that.
But you know the funny thing is, Dayo, we keep arguing off base. I'm talking about most improved, and we've gone to.
Yeah, I said Kudos, and Dayo agreed with Kudos.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are saying,
and you got defensive with Saka, bro.
Some João Pedro, and like to be honest, I kind of agree with that. Like from last year to this year, I do think João Pedro is going to end up being.
Could it be one of City's defenders, or City's like midfielders, like Nico Gonzalez or something?
Well, we have to see them do it first to be able.
I don't think Nico Gonzalez is going to play. He's going to play Reinders in the 6.
Fair. All right.
Ask us City rep. Oh wait.
Finally, I got 3 more before we go. The quickest one is, what's the team to watch?
For what? What's
the team, the surprise package everyone should pay attention to that's going to be entertaining?
I can't really say.
Like last
Again,
year,
I'm-
was more-
Oh man, I hate to say it. I think United could, based on how far they'd fallen last season, if that front three clicks and they get Baleba, like, I don't know about what's going to happen with their defense, but I hate to say it, but I think that could be an exciting attacking quartet.
I think Brighton.
No, I think you're right. United, because again, United play one game a week. They're not playing. They're playing one game a week. They get to rest, train. They have a solid front three. They get a good midfielder, and if they get a goalkeeper, I think that's probably the team to watch out for.
Are we saying surprise?
My
Yeah?
case for Brighton is simply Palace have European football, Nottingham Forest have European football, Aston Villa, Newcastle, all these teams around them have European football that usually are in a similar place to them. That could give them a massive advantage to see if they can get a Champions League or European, not a Champions League, but like a European spot next season if any of these guys drop out because they're focusing on the European competition that they're currently in.
Yeah, but again, United don't have European football.
Same. I have Man United in there too, but I'm not. I have Man United 5th, so I have them as a surprise package already. I was just thinking outside the box. I would say Brighton.
I think Brighton's a good one.
Table, yeah.
Yeah, but I think Brighton's a good one because they have like these two Greek kids that are supposed to be absolute cold ballers. But if you want my honest opinion, I'd probably say Everton's probably the most intriguing one for me. Either Everton or Sunderland are the two most intriguing teams.
Do you want to know who's going under the radar a bit because they've lost their defense a lot, but they've kept their attack, so
Bournemouth.
Good.
Bournemouth.
Wow.
Yeah, they got a good manager, man. I like him.
They've got a good manager. Obviously, they got Semenyo.
Take them at United.
Think about it. Bournemouth have Semenyo, Cliver, and Evan Nielsen. So they basically got 3 players.
And they just bought somebody else as well. They just brought.
Yeah, they both. So they who's the guy? They had a striker that's good who did his ACL. Who's back now?
Yeah, they also bought. I think they bought another striker.
He's got long hair. He's like.
I don't know.
But yeah, so basically, Bournemouth, they've got Cliver.
They have Ennis and it's Ennis and Evan Nielsen. Those are the 2.
Yeah,
so Evan Nielsen, Brooks. So that's probably like 40 goals that they've got just from their attack.
Sure.
So they could do something if they can get decent replacement defenders. But obviously, they've lost 4 out of their 5 back line. So they could actually struggle because Kirkes, Zabarnis, and Hoysons, they don't grow on trees.
Well,
you know
they did replace Kirkes pretty well.
Quality.
I'll tell you, they replaced Kirkes pretty well with their left back. The Truffet kid is pretty good from I think he's from Rennes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. He's not bad. He's not bad.
And then the back line, they already had Sensei, who was starting before Poison came in.
Yeah.
And so like it's not like a total rebuild.
But they also lost Thomas Frank as well, right? He was their man. Wasn't he their manager?
Who?
No. It was Brentford Bournemouth.
Brentford Bournemouth. I keep mixing up the B's.
Guys, I do need to say there's 2 more, and I'm just gonna combine them. Okay. And the way I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna go around. I want you guys to give me an answer. Young player. Ahmed, what are you saying? Young player. Shout a breakout young player.
Breakout young player. Put me in the spot like that. Young player.
Have to.
Young player. Breakout, bro.
Okay, I'll skip you.
I'm gonna say one for my team, not because I think he's going to play a lot of minutes. In fact, I don't want him to play a lot of minutes.
Wow.
But I think Rio's going to come on and he's going to dazzle a few people. But I don't want to. He's a young player. I don't expect him to play a big part of the season. I don't want him to, but I just want him to get a bit of a taste because he looks promising.
Well, I'm going to do the same, but I know my player is going to play a lot of minutes, and I want him to play a lot of minutes, and that's Esteval. Because I believe in this kid, and I believe when he gets the opportunity one-on-one against a lot of these defenders in the Premier League, he's going to absolutely rip them. So that's the kid that you guys got to watch out for Chelsea, because he's a lightning rod, the kid. He really is.
everybody's repping for their team, so I'm going to rep Max Dowman once he gets to play in December. He turns 16 this year, and he's going to actually officially be playing for the Arsenal in December. So yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who's that Tottenham midfielder? What's his name? Burval.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say him.
Okay.
He already broke through last.
I like that. I like Burval.
In line with the PFA, what's the age cutoff for Young?
Okay, yeah. If you want to do it that way,
they're crazy. They keep it's a weird thing. Like
I mean, our kid's 18, so I mean, I don't
yeah.
really
So
know.
what was? Is it up to 21, 22? Is that too old?
Let's say 20. Yeah.
21 fair.
I think
Odegaard.
I think if Arsenal don't sign an Eze, I think Ethan could have quite a big season. More so than last season, like kick on, like really solidify like his level kind of thing. I think
it'll be better for him if they don't sign Eze.
But I think I think it'll be very. It's one of those things like when Spurs had Kane and stuff. I understand letting players grow, but then I also understand the flip side of you can't say 18, 19-year-old and Odegaard, that's it for creative midfield. It's a lot of risk there. But it depends if you think Dalman can contribute meaningfully. If Dalman can give you some decent minutes, and you've got Dalman and Ethan backing up the minutes to Odegaard, still you're banking on those kids being superstars. That's the thing that you're doing. And so the person that puts the squad together, he should take the blame if they're not enough. Do you know what I mean?
That's why I don't want Rio to play too much.
That's what I'm saying.
Get a bit of a taste, but I'm not saying I want him to show anything crazy right now, because it's just about development.
I mean, Rio is very young. Like that's where I feel like Saval's a little bit more ready at 18.
He's played men's football, right?
He's played men's football for 2 years.
Again, if you're good enough, you're ready. I don't buy that thing of it. Like, dude, we've seen what's his name in Barcelona kill people at 16, 17.
Once again, that's an outlier though.
I don't know. I'm saying, but again, we've seen the Rooney's come in. We've seen the 17-year-old Fabregas come in. We've seen people who are that age come in through this game and dominate. So my thing is, I understand the protection, but if you're good enough, then you're ready. When you have a 15-year-old going toe to toe with Joelinton, who is a massive, solid brick of a midfielder, and scheming him, and Joelinton has to foul the player, even though it's preseason, you have to say, man, it looks like you're ready. It's gonna be really between.
But the thing is, these kind of small isolated incidents, fine. But the point is that you need to develop these players for the long term, and it doesn't do them any favors in the long term if you're relying on them, putting pressure on them, saying they're going to be the next, super kid and all this kind of stuff.
I get that aspect. I'm just saying.
We just need to have patience.
Turkey's 21.
Turkey's a good name too. I think Turkey's a really good name. I worry for Turkey though, because Pep has a history with these kind of players that he doesn't normally enjoy using them as much as.
I'm a little bit worried about Pep. I'm a little bit worried because all of a sudden, like, he seems like he's going against everything that you know about.
With Donnarumma.
Everything is anti-Pep. Like all of Turkey is an anti-Pep.
Pep has gone anti-Pep.
Yeah,
I think he might be finished.
Jay, there is one young player that I want
when you start
one player that I want to bring up for Jay. That Milo Vukovic guy. He looks like he's going to be a good player. I just don't know if he's going to end up getting a chance for you guys. I just think.
I think you're right. The only issue is how many great 18-year-old centre backs are there? It's a very demanding position.
Lenny Yoro.
To try a youngster. I'd rather send him Bundesliga and let him get serious reps away from the spotlight.
Quick thing about Pep, right? Quick thing about Pep. You saying Pep is going anti-Pep and maybe he's finished now. Let me tell you this. This guy changed football. You don't know whether he's about to change football again this season. It is still Pep. Let's not get it twisted. He might be doing an anti-Pep thing, and when the season kicks off, you might be seeing a whole new Man City and a whole new Pep. He's reinvented.
He's going away from his principles.
I'm not scared of them. I don't care.
I think he's going away from his principles because he doesn't believe.
I'm just saying that I believe that a person who came into this game and changed the way everybody played this game is capable of still thinking of something genius again. Don't take that away from him. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna have to wrap it up because I'm sweating buckets. If you guys can't see in this room.
Yeah, UK weather's not. It's not
I'm
a
gonna
joke,
go to
man.
sleep soon. I'm gonna say this. Thank you guys. This is gonna be the last show we do before the season starts. So there's no need to do Premier League predictions for the first game week. We don't really know how the performances are gonna go. We don't know how people are gonna play.
Look at you. United got your knees knocking together like that, Igal. Is that you? Yeah.
I was literally just gonna say. I was literally just gonna say. I'm confident my team beat United.
If Sesko scores against you, you know I'm going to be unbearable.
All right, let's do this. I wasn't gonna do this, but if you guys want to do this, let's do this. Arsenal, Manchester United. What are you guys saying?
3-0. Your crash hat trick.
There's no chance. There's no chance we're scoring 3 goals.
You ask me your opinion. Don't tell me there's no chance. Say your own.
No, bro. Last time we scored. Can you name the last time we scored 3 goals in away at Manchester United?
Can you name the last time after Aubameyang that we had a striker that could score a goal? Now we have one.
When was the last time we scored more than 3 goals away at Old Trafford?
Listen, I think Arsenal. Just quickly bro. On this, and this is basically what logic. I believe in. Arsenal, I think the last 2 games you didn't beat United. Both of them were draws.
Yeah, we knocked them out of the cup.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
go with. We beat them last year 1-0.
I'm gonna go with a draw because it's
obviously Amarim. Hey, you're talking rubbish.
Hold on one sec.
I'm talking rubbish. We beat them last year 1-0.
Bro,
yeah.
Not this
last
year.
2 games, he said.
This year, calendar year. Oh, you don't
like you got fake up, and then you
calendar year.
I was very careful to say.
He said the last 2 games. Right? He said the last 2 games. The last 2 games. One of them was the FA Cup, which he went out, and the other one was a draw in the league, right?
El Clasico, you know.
So what I'm trying to say to you is also, if you factor in, do you remember Sporting versus Arsenal? That was Amarim too, right?
Hold on, what is this guy talking about? What drama did I cause?
Bro, don't take everything from the chat so seriously.
Yeah, so all I'm basically saying, Igal, is Amarim definitely has a decent understanding of Arteta tactics and how to set up against him. So I'm like,
I don't trust him with his own tactics, man.
Yeah, exactly. But when he's setting up to counter somebody who's superior,
it's like, get your own house in order, brother.
All right, guys, it's 12:40. I'm trying to go to sleep. What is everyone saying? Man United, Arsenal.
1-1, by the way. You're going to score a corner.
2-2. 1-1.
You're going to score a corner. He's going to score from a corner. We're not going to defend it, and then we're going to score in it.
Oh, by the way, Igal, having seen my team do set pieces, is this what you guys fiend off every week? Yeah, this shit's addictive. Yeah, get me another set piece, coach. I need
Bro, you like the long throws now, right?
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. I didn't know that's. I didn't know that's what you guys were doing. I was unfamiliar with your game.
Set piece, ole. You know,
Jay's gonna
let's go to Joey.
Jay's turned to the dark side, man.
Chelsea versus Palace. They might not have Eze. They might not have Gehi. They might have them. We don't know. At this point, just believe that they will. What are you saying versus Palace, first game of the season at Stamford?
3-1.
Oh.
3-1.
Fairs.
They'll be drunk off of that nice little victory off of Liverpool, and we'll get that 3-1.
Who's back in?
Pedro and Palmer twice.
I think everyone has Pedro and Palmer in their fantasy team now. You guys have a good start to the season. Next, Rack, you play tomorrow? It's technically tomorrow because it's Thursday now.
Sure.
Is it Thursday for you?
It's also Friday.
Yeah, but today's Thursday.
You're a Liverpool player.
Today's Thursday.
Bournemouth.
I'm still on Wednesday.
Bournemouth.
I'm still on Thursday. So.
I think we put on a bit of a show at Anfield and we win 3-0.
At least
we also I think obviously Bournemouth. I think they've just lost another central defender, so maybe we can capitalize on something like chaos in the back line.
Isn't Bournemouth kind of a bogey team for you guys?
I mean, they've had their moments against us for sure.
Cherries, remember that cherry Coke after the 7-0, or 7-2, or 7 whatever.
No, that was Villa. They beat
No, they lost to the Cherries after beating Manchester United by 7.
Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, you're right about that.
I remember the cherry Cokes all over YouTube. It was like a whole thing. 7-Up, cherry Coke. Remember?
Yeah, I actually remember that.
Yeah. Okay. Next. Jay, you disappear whenever it's time to talk about your club. I guess we don't need to talk about them.
Hey, steady.
You see how quick he came on camera?
I heard say my name. What's up?
Okay, well, just before we get to Tottenham, I'm going to throw everyone. Wolves is Man City's bogey team, and they play them first game week of the season. Manchester City are not in the best of shape. Could Man City lose their first game of the season?
Nah, Egal's treating City like they're Norwich, you know.
Nah.
Bro, has Egal forgotten that they had a stinky season last season and they still finished third, you know? They still finished third in their worst season.
Only a couple points off of them too.
Bro. I mean,
Right.
Egal, you're
That's
funny,
your
man.
title favorites. That's why you're talking. But really and truly, they're.
But I
they're
do
not
agree
that
that City. I don't think that City's gonna.
I mean, how about this? What's your prediction? Because I'm saying Wolves, Man City, it could end in a draw.
Nah, City are slapping Wolves. Like,
Nah,
Wolves
I
have
think it's
lost a lot-
2-1.
Wolves have lost a lot of their solid players, so I don't
bro,
know.
they lost like the best left back, their best 10. Like, it's finished.
They've lost a bunch of
The
players.
left back that can't defend, and they got another 10. Man, don't get it twisted. They still got a team out there. It is their kind of their bogey team. I give it a 2-1 to City. I don't think it's going to be a blowout for City. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be like a 2-1 win.
Bro, City will handle them, man. City will handle them.
I like you, Egal, more now after Staffy's live.
I told you they were doing a cooking. Staffy was doing a cooking, bro. Staffy was out cooking Gunnar Lee about the comments he made earlier today about you, son.
Shout out, Staffy.
Was it? Hold on. I missed all of this. Sorry. Like, maybe
He's cooking today. I'm cooking later.
Literally was just basically saying I can't take Egal serious for his footballing opinion because he's from Canada.
Egal, yeah.
So you know what the funny
One of those idiots.
and I don't want to make this a race thing,
But it's not a personal thing.
But black
Just-
people doing xenophobic chat will always spin me. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's moron. It's like you can't accept. I don't see how you can be black in the UK and then be talking about where other people are from and their opinions. It's just very bizarre to me. But still,
I didn't know football belonged only to the UK, man. I didn't know that Brazilian.
oh, you know now. You know that Brexit means Brexit, mate. What do you mean, bro?
I didn't know that, guy. I didn't know we're not supposed to talk about football, Because you're all British.
Do you want to know what it is? It's
they do it to Americans too, bro. They do it to
Americans. Do you want to know what it
Bro,
is? And this
it's
is
not just
fans.
that. It's basically if you're not from Europe, your opinion on football is different because you grew up differently, and some people don't like that. That's it.
Again, this is the funny part.
I don't think there's a linear way to understand. I think I understand football from starting to watch it, and then you just pick things up, and then you have your own understanding. Like, I don't think there's somebody different.
I think you have to speak in a certain accent.
But everybody consumes football in the same way. You can't really.
Bro, if you speak in a certain accent, people don't take you serious when it comes to
exactly, bro.
It's and no disrespect to English people, England, right? I lived in England for 10 years. I lived in England for a long time, so I know how these people behave sometimes. I grew up in Nigeria, England, and East Africa. I watch football in all those places. I have different variations of types of footballers that I have seen across the board in multiple continents. Most British people have only seen English football teams, and maybe a couple of Spanish teams, and maybe one or two Bundesliga teams. And that's it. That's where their judgment is. Meanwhile, they're talking to international fans who literally have seen.
The Nigerian A-League isn't really. You know what I mean?
I'm not comparing leagues. What I'm saying is, you have Nigerians who fly out there to come watch a game at the stadium. Right? You have international fans who stay up at 2, 3, 4 in the morning to watch a team play. Just because you have proximity to the stadium and you can go to a game does not make you better than them.
But you know the crazy thing is though, we could
that's
talk
not it.
about any other topic in the world. It would be a normal conversation. It's just the moment we have a conversation about football, they switch off.
Bro,
Well,
there's something wrong
if
with
I like support an NBA team, I've never heard an NBA fan say to me, "Oi,
Well, I should be cooking you guys. Every one of you UK.
The only thing I heard is
cooking the flames out you
people
guys.
gatekeeping rap and saying UK rappers don't sound serious.
No, but the thing is,
I feel the thing the one thing I've learned about
flaming you guys, you guys like the NBA.
Yeah, and the one thing I want to say, like to Joey and obviously Igal and Banta, is I don't do my own channel specifically, and even I'll sometimes look in the comments and I'll just see like the volume of abuse one gets just because you have an opinion that they don't agree with.
Have you seen me on Dan Potts'?
I'm just like you guys, Igal, you have definitely one of the strongest like backbones here, because some of the stuff people say is just so stupid and is rooted in no fact whatsoever. I mean, we all can jokingly cook you when you say something stupid, but sometimes it's just like people just have an agenda.
You know what I was saying to Staffy?
They're just gonna push it.
I was saying to Staffy, do I give people the vibe that I can be like a punching bag? Because sometimes
a little bit.
You need to stand up a little more straight sometimes.
Igal, let me tell you what it is.
It's just you're a nice guy, Igal. It's just you're a nice person.
You know, you say certain things, right? It triggers them, and when they say something back, you don't care. You just stick to what you're saying. That shit gets people mad. Igal will be like, listen, I'm telling you, Arteta is better than Wenger. You're like, no, Igal, these are the five guys. Arteta is better than Wenger. Igal's like, no, Arteta.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I feel like people think I don't listen. I listen to everything they're saying, but I choose to only stay on the topic of discussion that is relevant to what I'm discussing, because they will go left, right, center to argue. I don't know, maybe it's a UK method of arguing when it comes to football, but I feel like they go so far off topic. They're trying to win a side argument about Arsene Wenger winning more trophies in his last 5 years. I didn't say anything about that. I said his last season as a manager, he was not as good as he was when he first came in. And simply, you cannot say Arsene Wenger's worst is better than Arteta's best. You just can't. There's no plausible argument to say that a manager who couldn't even get top four for Arsenal at the time is going to be better than a manager currently getting us continuously challenging for the league. But
yeah, I mean, again, you're comparing.
But you know, guys, I love you guys. I gotta go to sleep. Everyone here, I appreciate it. Let's see who's live. So we can send it over to somebody. Joe, you going live today?
Nah, I'm not going live today. I'm gonna go see my parents.
Yeah, Ahmed, you gonna do YouTube this season?
Yeah, listen, when I feel like it, you get me 100%.
I need you to post. I need you to post 8-minute Manchester United match reactions. Those will be epic.
Bro, everyone, you know what's mad? Every stream I go to, everyone's telling me to upload it. You lot are setting me.
Nobody's setting you up.
You could easily just cook Bruno for 8 minutes.
Ahmed is hilarious when he's cooking United.
After every game, Ahmed's Bruno cooking. That's watchable content right there, bro. That's watchable content.
The first time I heard Ahmed cook United on a George Mo's show, we're on the show together. I came there to cook United, and then Ahmed started cooking his own team, and I just sat back and I was like, "This is epic cinema. Give me popcorn here. I'm chilling today." This guy finished. The only person that he gave, he said Kobe Mainu and Ahmad. Everybody else on the squad, the way he ran through them, I was like, "Yo, you need to do those videos seriously."
Yo, hold us.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, even your videos roasting rivals is annoying, but it will go viral. But you need to do more live. You need to do more videos. You don't even need a massive thumbnail budget. Just do your own thumbnails on Canva. Slap a picture.
That's
of your
what
face
I do.
and you're good. I'm telling you, Rack. We need to get Rack and Jade starting their channel. These guys.
I said jail in a second. I was like, "What's going on?"
Nah, Jay and Rock were supposed to start their
I
channel. They
look
still
like
haven't
he's
done it.
doing all right doing what he's doing. I'm not going front.
Yeah, Rock
Rack be sitting every single time he on camera. I think he's doing all right.
Rock maybe he's too busy off screen.
Do you know,
he's
Miguel,
doing all
Miguel,
right,
do you know what?
bro,
I can
like-
guarantee you what's open in front of Rock. Now, let me guess. Rock, there's an Excel sheet right in front of you to the left there with the laptop.
No.
And all the Rock looks like he's doing like £1 million business, right? On the side. While he's
Exactly. That's
doing-
exactly
Hey
what
guys, all I gotta say is football's for everybody.
Uh.
I remember there was some guy on my stream one time. He's Australian and he was getting roasted by people in the chat. And I was like, since then, I'm like, it's visible that there's some xenophobia in football, and there is people who just don't like and they gatekeep it. But at the end of the day, you can't gatekeep a sport, be it sexism, be it whatever. I see people gatekeeping it from women coming into men's football. I see it from foreigners coming into British football. I see all these other things. At the end of the day, you can gatekeep whatever you want to gatekeep behind your own closed doors. But in the reality of things, this is for everybody. And in a world where everything is for everybody, you can get mad about it. You don't have to listen to it. But at the end of the day, you're not going to force your opinions on anybody else. And all it is, let's keep it respectful. Because at the end of the day, I don't want a situation where somebody's saying some crazy shit to me about my opinions, about my voice. If you're going to say something, just challenge my opinion, not where I came from. And if you do that, at least we can then have a discussion. But the moment
100%.
you start talking about, oh, I'm not challenging your opinion, I just think because you're from here, I can't take you serious, then you lose my respect.
It's a weird take, and I'll just say
Yeah.
real quick that if you're someone who's English, British, you live in England, you're close to your club, you support a club. Well,
Hey.
if you don't want international fans, then stop buying.
Hey,
International.
you know what? People are gonna say stick to baseball, stick to whatever hockey, and I hear it every day. It's just
Don't watch my sports then if you don't want me to watch yours.
Don't buy my players. Don't bring Kanu to Arsenal.
Don't buy Nike because they're it's
an American.
US.
It's a
US
US
company.
company. It's like it's this dumb. It's just a dumb take.
Hey, look, football is football. As a person, you're probably a nice guy, but that right there makes you look silly. But hey, we're gonna wrap it up here. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Peace.
Big up, man.
Cheers.